Hello friends. So in this video, I want to create a DynamoDB table, right? So this is basically what I want to do. I want to create this table in DynamoDB. DynamoDB is just a database service in AWS that you can put your data in, you can create table, you know, in DynamoDB, right? You can write in your data from your application, right? So, but in this case, I just want to do it. Just this table. I want to create this table and put in this data, right? Just do it manually. Just write it, and we'll see how to create a table and how to add an item, in DynamoDB. So let's get into it. So this is my AWS console. I'll just come to DynamoDB, or you can search for it here. Just type DynamoDB. So I'll just click on it here, DynamoDB, and I'll click on Create Table, right? So I'll put the table name. I'll say New Specialist, New Cloud Specialist. Okay. So then I'll put the partition key. The partition key is just like the primary key, right? So I'll put the partition key. I'll just put specialist specialist ID. And then since it's an ID, I'll just put it as number, right? And I'll leave the sort key, just leave it, just leave that, is optional. Then I'll come down to click on create table. So, so let's get back to what we want to create. So this is what we want to create, right? So we have to create, you know, put in the ID, the name and the position. So, so now let me get back here. Okay, so the table has been created, right? So I'll click on it now. Click on it. Then I'll come to explore table items, right? So then what I will do is, oh, let me just come back here just to let me come back to tables. So this is the table now, right? So I'll click on it. Then I'll come to actions, right? So come to action, click on actions, and then I'll click on create items, right? So now, so I have the specialist ID. So I want to put the ID. So 001, right? So 001. Then I'll add an attribute. The attribute here is just like the next. So let me come back here. So I have this specialist ID, then I have 001, right? Then the next attribute is name, and then I'll put the value, right? So because data in DynamoDB is just in the kind of like a format of JSON format, right? So you have you put the name and then you put the value. So now let me come back there. So I'll click on add a new attribute. It's going to be string name so I'll put attribute name. So I'll put name, then the value is going to be my name, right? So the next attribute is going to be position, right? So the next attribute will be position. Now put the position. So I have add an attribute string. So I have position, then senior cloud specialist. Okay, so this look good. So let's click on create item. Okay, so this is it now. So you see down here, the ID number is 1. The name is Shegun, position is senior cloud specialist. So let's create, let's create the next one, which is Joel Son, senior DevOps engineer, and then the third one, which is Sam Friend, principal cloud architect. So I'll do action. I'll just create item, right? So this one will just be 002. Then I'll add attributes. So it's going to be name, Joel, some, and attributes, position. We're just doing this manually. So senior, was it senior DevOps engineer? All right. So create item. So we have this, right? So this is looking like what we have here, right? It's looking like what we have here. Then come back and then do the third one. So the third one will just come to create item again, create item, and then put for the specialist ID of 003, and then I'll click on add attributes. So the name, which is some friend, and then I'll add another attribute string. Position is going to be what is it again? Senior position again, principal cloud architect. Principal cloud. Okay, great item. And that's it. So we just exactly what we have here. So let me just exactly what we have here. I mean, very similar, right? We have the cloud specialist ID. That's the ID, the name, that the name, position. That's what we have here. Yeah. So that's just a quick, practice with creating a table and putting in data in DynamoDB. Hope this helps. Thank you.